Alright, the Mendelian cross. Welcome to GIMP. This is basically the explanation on how to breed stuff. This is a short little 2x2 matrix. And in here we just look at the species, but this works for all the traits. We have active, and we have passive and passive. So this is our, let's say, princess, and this is our drone. If we breed them together, there is a 1 in 4 chance that just both of the active traits get mixed together, and the offspring will have just both active traits. Talking of species, that means these will be the same species. Now there is 2 times a 1 in 4 chance that the passive of the princess will get mixed with the active of the drone, and vice versa, that the active of the princess will get mixed with the passive of the drone. If the active and the passive of princess and drone are the same, then you can see this has a probability of 50% of occurring. If they have different active and passives, this is of course 1/4 each. And then to fill out the matrix, we of course have the case that the offspring has the passive of both, and then the active gets locked out. So, if you got hybrids, that's how you stabilize a species line. So you want to take... You can't select for the princess, you only get 1 each time. But then you select for a drone that gives you the highest probability of either matching this, or matching this. Usually you want active, because only active will give you stable. All the passives, if they are different, this will start to swap around. So you want, in the end, to get a stable line, you want drones and princesses that have the same actives, so that you get all the active traits. Let's do an easy example. Let's say we have a forest princess that is a diligent hybrid. And we have a drone that is forest and forest. So what do we get? Well, we cross out the matrix. So, active princess, forest. Active drone, forest. Active princess, forest. Passive drone, forest. Done. Half of the offspring will be purebred forest bees. Okay, so the passive of the princess is diligent, so we can put diligent right here. And active and passive of this one is forest, because the drone we put is purebred forest. So the offspring of this pair will have, half of them will be the active species of forest, and half of them will be active species of diligent. Is that correct? No, it's not, because that's the passive. If we look, 3/4 of the offspring will be active forest bees. 1/4 will be active diligent bees, because all the active traits will not be taken over. And that's the important bit. Let's get a new color for that. Let's make it bright green. The important bit is this. One half of your offspring will be purebred forest drones or forest bees. And once you are purebred, you will not get the diligence back. So if you were to breed forest bees, you would select these offsprings to stabilize the line. Basically, you already have at this point stabilized the line. If you want instead to make diligent bees, you want to go on breeding with this part. You want to breed together all the drones and princesses that have the diligent part in it. And ideally you get something like this where you have the diligent on the active, because then your chances flip. Let's try that out. Let's take the offspring. Let's say we have the drone that has diligent and forestry and forest, and let's say the princess has diligent and forest. That's our F1 daughter generation. Now we can do the same thing. We have the princess. It has forestry and forestry, and it has diligent and diligent, and our drone has diligent. So in the AA, active and active, we get a hybrid. In the active to passive, we get a purebred. And let's see here. In this active passive, we get a purebred forest. And here we get a hybrid. So by selecting the right offspring, we have 1 in 4 chance to get a purebred diligent. We have 1 in 2 chance to get hybrids, and we get 1 in 4 chance to get a purebred forest bee. So if we were to get 1 of each, which one would you take to go on breeding for diligent bees? Well, of course you would take this. And you take 1 of these. And you take of these 2, whichever landed the diligent as the active. This is a dice roll, a coin flip. Because if both traits are active or both traits are passive, which of these 2 gets selected to be the new active is random. It's 1 in 2. So let's say we were lucky, and let's remove all of this. Let's say we were lucky and we got a purebred drone. And an active, diligent hybrid princess. So, 3rd generation, let's look at it. We got diligent and diligent, easy. We got diligent and diligent. And we got diligent as active and diligent passive. And that's the wrong color. There we go. So now, all of our bees have diligent trait. Of course, again, this is if we get one of each. Reality is a bit different from that. But I'll get to that. So, now we have a stable breeding pair. Because we have 1.5 chance of just getting purebred purebreds of these, and we have 1.5 chance or 50% chance to get diligent forest hybrids. And if we can get that, presto, we are done. We have a stable diligent line. And if we don't get this combination, we still have even better odds of getting purebred in the 4th generation. So, I just said that it's not quite true. Because the game selects randomly, even though if you have 4 offspring, so fertility of 4 is the maximum, that means you get 4 drones and a princess, so you have 5 chances to get the combinations you want. You can get the same combination several times. It does for each offspring, it does the matrix once and selects randomly one of them. I think they're weighted averages or weighted odds, but I don't know. I haven't looked at the code. So if you're unlucky, you get a long line of hybrids, or you can even lose the species you want. And that's why it's important to have bee lines that have a high fertility trait, because that makes breeding them much easier. I hope this was understandable.